The only materials you'll need are a deck of cards and a pad of paper and pencil to keep score. Go ahead and cut the deck to determine who deals first. The lower card deals. It is a disadvantage to deal first in this game. Once you've decided who deals, go ahead and pass out 10 cards to each player. In order to win at straight gin, a player needs to get all 10 of their cards into melds. After being dealt your hand, you're going to need to organize your cards according to melds. Let's take a second to talk about what a meld is before we move on. There are two types of melds: a set, such as the 3/8 at the top of the screen, and a run, such as the 10 Jack Queen at the bottom of the screen. Sets can either be 3 or 4 of a kind, and runs have to be at least 3 cards. So here's what a hand might look like after it gets organized. You can see that the top player is working on getting 3 of a kind in 8s, 3 of a kind in 2s, 3 of a kind in 4s, and has a possible run with the 7, 9, and 10 of hearts. The bottom player does not really have a great starting position. A possible 3 of a kind with 9s, and not much else. The top card is turned face up to form the discard pile. In gin, the non-dealer gets to choose whether they want to pick that card up or pass. If they pass, the dealer gets to choose whether to pick it up or to pass. If it's picked up, that player swaps it out for another card in their hand, and the card they choose to get rid of becomes the new discard pile. After this stage, regular play begins. The non-dealer gets to go first. They may either take the top card off of the draw pile, or if the dealer discarded something that they want, they may pick that up as well. During each turn, the player will take a card from the draw pile or the discard pile and swap it out for a card from their hand. That card becomes the new discard pile. Play like this continues until someone has filled their hand with nothing but melds. Any card in your hand that is not part of a meld is called deadwood, and those cards are going to count as points against you at the end of the hand. Let's go ahead and fast forward to the end of this hand. Here we can see the top player is almost going to win. At this point, the top player only has deadwood of 2, while the bottom player has much more deadwood in their hand because of that incomplete set of 9s and the 6 and the 7. The bottom player draws, decides they do not want that 4 of hearts, but the top player will scoop that right up. Because of this, the top player will discard their final card. Placing it face down, the top player will also say, "Gin." This notes the end of the hand. It's time to figure out the score. Let's take a quick second to look at the value of each of these cards so you know how to keep score. In gin, aces are worth 11, jacks, queens, and kings are worth 10, and number cards are worth the value of the number on the card. Let's go ahead and figure up the score for this hand. The top player automatically earns 20 points for going gin. They also get points for all the deadwood in their opponent's hand. So in this game, the top player will earn 20 points plus the value of all the deadwood, which is 31. For this hand, the top player has earned the score of 51 points. The bottom player has earned 0. Whoever wins the round is the dealer for the next hand. The first player to 100 points wins. For a longer game, play to 500.